Well, hello, Kingsman. Welcome back to another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle. Today we have a 4v4. This one is by the the Templars and Rats. I can't remember the other clan name. We'll have to look at the end. I was looking through all my replays and deleted the ones that I had already done. So I may have screwed up my clan names from all the different replays I have, but we'll see at the end of the battle. It's two clans playing today on, I believe this is Pomerania. We'll also see maybe at the very end for that one. If not, I'll put a link in the description about the name of the map. But yeah, this is, as you can see, the French 9-pointer and 11-pointer in the front here, and they're going to be supported by a 8-point and a 7-point. So Russia Sud, and España, and then in a Russia center. Now, I do believe they can bring Russians. Let's see if they do bring Russians. Maybe this one won't, but the other one may. Looks like, oh wow, they have some Imperial Guard units here. A lot of Trilliers, so gonna be very deadly. Shooting reload skill on those units. Looks like just a good mixture of just line infantry here. More lights, some of the... Oh wow, look at these guys. They look like they are ready for a fight. A very small but very elite force here. They of course have some Chevalier Lancers, more Chevaliers. The other French army, the 9-point France, looks like he's just bringing just some, regular line infantry, some Grenadiers. Actually, I see quite a lot of Grens mixed in with his army, so he may be strong in the melee. Combat Gen as well, no, not a Gren. Also bring in some heavy cavalry, dragoons. Looks like we have some UK heavy cav here. So this is probably a C3 or C4 for the UK. Very deadly. You gotta be very cautious with that cavalry unit the UK can bring. Now, of course, the UK on one side, Austria, HRE on the right. So the UK are gonna be all in one area at least. You know, that may make it a little easier. Now, maybe the French can try to overwhelm this one cav unit. They seem a little indecisive. I wouldn't be surprised if it's infantry the way they're kind of glitching out. So you have to be very cautious. They're advancing dragoons forward, and he may actually try to go in with a melee. And he does. Now, I do not know how this is going to go. They got attacked in their rear, unfortunately. He's going to have to maybe take that. He does have more dragoons pushing up. But he's definitely not going to take this fight just because of a lot of cav. But going in with a flank of dragoons, just got to be really cautious. And if the UK can get their cav out of here, their infantry push up and be able to really do a lot more damage here. Now you see Austria is swinging this direction. You see UK infantry forming up here. Not a whole lot of losses. Just trying to kill some models early on in the game. Now more dragoons pushing up in this army here. Looks like Fusiliers, Grenadiers. Over on this side, let's see. They may have brought, looks like Polish and then French units here. All right, so yeah, you have okay, we have some skirmishers here firing already, some chasseurs firing at some of the Austrians. Looks like they have a very large contingent of Grenadiers. Who knows how much their army is. I know they can bring a lot of Grenadiers. A little better than their line infantry, but not the greatest.
Has fallen to the enemy.
Not the greatest when it comes to Grenadiers, but they can bring a lot, and you do have to be cautious with them. Looks like the UK are going to form up right next to this LOC. They have taken this building, staffing it with some of their Highlanders. Very good melee stats, very good stats overall. UK forming up in a line of battle. It's like France is going to take this engagement here as he forms up his line infantry. He has his combat jetting and a probably pour a volley, but man, he is overwhelmed by this defense. Look at this Austrian UK line just ready for them. So I think this is where the fight is going to obviously start. Cav shifting over to the flank. Look out for the other UK faction, which of course they are scouting with their chasseurs, cheval. Just to make sure they know exactly where the other UK player. Now, remember what I said in a previous video, a big unit of UK troops, that's usually a bad sign, and these both are very beefy units. This is probably Coldstream Guard and other more elite UK units. Now, of course, this is a, well, I don't know what pointer this is. They have a lot of large units, so it may just be they have the large units of UK, although this seems like a very small force, so it may be they just brought the best quality UK. and are going to let the rest of the UK bring more quantity while they bring quality. Definitely a lot of them. Look at this. And we hear volleys, so it is starting. France is getting aggressive here. They're going to take some losses here, and they are going to fire a volley of their own, I am sure. As this battle is now underway, both sides dishing it out. Now France is potentially going to mass up here. They have a lot of infantry pushing up on this side. You can see a lot of reserves, the Grenadiers, Trilliers actually, and let's see what they have here. So 84, these are very large units. We'll see how well they do against the Austrians. Austria has a lot of Grenadiers. I see a couple of Fusiliers, but they're going to hold in this tree line here. And more of them coming out of the woodwork, as it were. France probably wants to not get too aggressive on this side. Austria may try to push this side. They don't have reinforcements. They have a small reserve. I do see the French pushing up quite a lot. And look at the amount of cavalry that they have. Wow. They have so much cav here. This could be, I mean, it's the UK, so the UK has squares, but with infantry coordinated, they could easily toast the UK. UK gonna fall back here. Very wise of them. They do not want to let the French get close enough to do damage. They want to, well, for one, have always a front to the enemy to shoot, but also don't let them close the distance. If you see enemy closing the distance, you may want to push troops back or have some good melee troops in reserve as the British. It's going to be really rough otherwise. You see some Austrian artillery on the flank here, so they are going to be firing here, taking out maybe some cavs, some line infantry, trying to soften up the center, potentially attack. We do have artillery firing back on this side, some 6-pounders. France is advancing here on the Austrian. Oh, Austria's falling back? Maybe they're trying to save their Grenadiers and they're pushing forward some line infantry. I think they have fallen back here. France had a very good advance already with some of their best firing units set up here. Yeah, Austria. They're going to take a bit of a beating here. They need to get themselves in position to start dishing out the damage because they are taking it. And I am surprised the UK haven't tried pushing this side, this flank here. Oh, wow, look at this. So the UK definitely able to shoot down the French here. Look at the losses they were taking. So they're going to fall back on this right flank. They wouldn't want to have it pressured too much. I mean, honestly, with the massing UK forces, I mean, there's some reserves pushing over as well, but the UK massing up and then pushing over reserves to the center, this is definitely not a side they want to take. We do have a cav charge going for the artillery. Very well placed now. They may lose that artillery, unfortunately, or the cav, unfortunately. They had to try to go for it. They sent in a light unit. Not a bad choice when it comes to, yeah, to charging in. I am surprised they haven't tried to pressure more on the cav. Maybe shifting more cav to this side where Austria is. Austria doesn't have as many squarables, although with so many Grens, they guarantee have a lot of squares. Now, we do see the reserves. Now, you see 7-point Russia. Sud is pushing up on this side. They may be trying to make a mass up here to meet the UK, basically, reserves and reserves, like reserves upon reserves. The other French player is pushing up here. I'm not sure where they're going to try focusing. It may be wise for them to try to focus. I mean, either side is, you know, a decent shot here, but they don't seem to be focusing this side quite at all. Now, I don't know if Austria, they are starting to appear here. This is the second army. They may try to push here. They may actually try to pressure the French flank, which means that France may have to shift something over to stop themselves from getting overwhelmed on their left flank. I do see the cavalry shifting over even more. I don't know where they're going to be going. Maybe they're trying to get all the way around, coming behind the UK. Either way, I mean, it's going to take them a little bit to get there. France, however, thankfully, France seems to be getting themselves into position. They're able to have a chance to mobilize. The UK don't really seem to want to push this side at all. In fact, they seem to be falling back instead of advancing. They seem content at this point to defend. Well, I guess we'll see if that actually ends up being a wise tactic. We do see that there is some Austrian troops, at least one grenadier unit. Looks like some either dragoons or chevaliers over here by this artillery piece. Austria has this side pretty well locked down, I would say. They have cavalry, infantry, they have artillery, and they have some units pushing up. France doesn't have very much here. In fact, he seems to be throwing his best troops onto this flank. But the Trillier is going to try to hold. Oh, wow, and they just gave a punishing volley or two against the Austrians. Austria has more artillery setting up, though, so maybe they will try just punching through the side and ruining the right flank. They have to... I'm predicting they need to move a lot faster than they are, though. The coalition does, because unless they're going to stay wholly defensive, if they're going to stay entirely defensive, which I never prefer to be a defensive, I think being aggressive, setting the momentum of the battle is always better. But maybe in this situation with LOC held and of course advancing with units that aren't as melee capable, even though Austria seems to have some good melee capable units, maybe better for them to stay back and see what, you know, the Imperial forces are going to do. At the same time, though, you have to be ready for anything and everything. You need to keep your reserves evenly spread out throughout the fight, and honestly, enough reserves. Oh, look at this. We have some units going for the artillery. I don't know if that was worth it. That Chevalier unit just broke. We have dragoons charging some Chevalier or dragoons of Austria. This fight is not going well for France at all with that infantry support. The artillery even falling back. We have some cuirassiers. Oh my goodness, France just had a huge loss here. Russia Sud just lost 3 of their 4 cav units. And that is going to be, hoping to come back. I think Austria, it may be wise for Austria to chase these down and make sure they don't come back, but you can see some Chevaliers charging over potentially to defend their troops so the troops can come back. They need this cav to come back. They cannot afford to lose it. The problem is there's can be a huge debuff to morale because of all the units around this cav unit that are breaking. We do have some provisional dragoons charging cuirassiers. Or these are cuirassiers. So, and there's line infantry support. France is taking some very, this is ideal for the coalition. They are taking very good cav fights. They have UK squares to help them out. You can see, of course, these French units are coming back. They should just stop them right there and not push up. Unless they're going to have some reserves. France is pouring over more cav. They can't take another huge loss of cavalry at this point in time. They need to save their cav for the infantry of the coalition. Yeah, we have a mass up here, so I would not be surprised using these Polish troops, using the light infantry to shoot and pushing up the Polish troops behind them. They may try to make a melee breakthrough here as they're massing up. I mean, anytime you see a mass up of the enemy like this, you know that you need to mass up units of your own to meet it. I mean, it's not that complicated of a strategy. You know, enemy masses, you mass kind of thing. Or you fall back and retreat and reform, put cavalry, I don't know, something. Granted, these guys can square, so cavalry against that wouldn't maybe be ideal. It looks like France is going to go in here, maybe supported by the 7-pointer now. He does have dragoons, and he has some heavies in the back here. But the UK have their line infantry here. They have squarables. So this is going to be a rough fight, even with the massive cav advantage here. And you can see they're going to go in to the artillery, and they're getting shot in the face by arty constantly. That is the second unit that has gone against that Austrian artillery piece and broken. So I don't know if it is worth it. I really don't know if it's worth it. France may need to cut their losses and fall back. They are wasting a lot of cav to take out this artillery piece, and there's UK infantry just sitting here, just waiting to pour in a volley here. But we do see the French advancing here. They have an entire mass. Let's see here. They have grenadiers, quite a lot of grenadiers, I do believe. Some grenadiers in the front lines. They have line infantry. Maybe they're going to push the line infantry first and let the grenadiers follow in behind them. We will see. These guys are not hidden, so they are being spotted. Oh, I hear volleys. I think the French are going to reignite this fight here. It looks like they are... Is this the Polish? No. Yeah. Polish still in reserve. Plenty of reserves here, guys, but they are shifting it all to the right. Oh, they even have some Austrians. Look at that. Austrian line infantry. Austrians are like, you traitors. UK position seems well nigh impregnable at this point, but let's see what the French can do here. I'm excited to see maybe a push. They have artillery setting up behind their infantry. They can easily pull the infantry back, let the artillery start pounding away at the UK position. Still nothing though, nothing really happening yet. They have set up a defensive line here against Austria. Like I said, a lot of their best shooters, all their Chiliers, artillery, all the artillery looks like it's getting focused down by enemy artillery. Both sides aren't being too aggressive, and maybe potentially... No, artillery got a lucky shot here, knocked one of these Austrian, or these French, it's an Austrian unit, but it's a French unit. Man, 7-point France is just, they have not been getting it's been a little rough for them. Artillery's setting up now, so maybe they can force, you know, the UK to fight. Now, also the UK actually going to shift over their most expensive units. Surprise. They're going to shift them over, probably down the LLC, throw in some cheaper units to take that artillery fire. UK is always a good target to go for with artillery, as it will, it's gonna take losses a lot easier to smaller units. Either that, or they're going to be going for this artillery piece, a 12-pounder, which will fire very slow. I mean, look how big this gun is. Like, really, this is a huge, huge gun. It's kind of cool with details. You see the shadow of the windmill. Both sides seem to be hitting a lot of dirt. Just like telling units, go around and dig it underneath here for a little bit. Oh, they are getting a very good shot here. Artillery even potentially trying to go for the general, Azuro. Yeah, I'm still curious what France is going to do, because as of right now, guys, LOC is not in their favor. They got to make some sort of advance here. Now, there is definitely fighting happening here in the forest. For Austria, I think this is a wise choice for them. They are pressuring as best they can, using their artillery. France is going to stand their ground for now. This could be really bad if Austria is actually marching. I hear drums right here, so Austria could potentially, we do have an LOC being taken. Let's take a look at the LOCs really fast here. So that's a 1-pointer. That's a 1-pointer. These are all 1-pointers, so they don't actually have to fight here. And keep in mind, guys, this is a tournament battle, so you're not here to win the line fight. You could stay and just take LOCs. Ooh, Austria's getting hammered here. And they can really pressure right here with infantry. Look at this. Look at this outflank. There's not a whole lot of units here. And maybe that's what they're doing. Oh my goodness, yep. France could be in big trouble if Austria's sticking the whole weight of their forces here. What happened here? Oh, the light infantry. So they have 3 light infantry who are just obliterating this position. They have broken 1 UK unit. UK just isn't doing as well against these light infantry. I think they are going to try to demolish this LOC. They don't probably care if they, you know, give 1 LOC to the enemy. They can push past it. They probably just want to win, take the W in the field of battle instead of LOC. We do have another general who dismounted here. Oh, the artillery, though, for Austria is doing so well. Here comes Austria. They are massing up here. This is going to be rough. Thankfully, there is artillery to help this flank. And there are reserves which are being shifted over here. It seems like France really went for a high shooting build. They have a lot of light infantry, Yep. Still a lot of reserves in the center, and they don't seem too excited about pushing up here. Now, no one is in this LLC now, so France could start advancing. Artillery, I think, is what they're really kind of worried about. Wow, look at France. What are they doing here? Are they just trying to buy time? Get some very, very stretched out lines here. Looks like they're just going to soak up the attention of a UK in Austrian artillery. But at the same time, oh man, Austria's making a huge push. This Landwehr is not going to do very well. This militia, Landwehr. It could soak up some bullets, but they can cause it to break. This is Trilliers they're fighting. They're so outmatched. I would pull them back at this point. You need something to bolster their morale. Don't stick them on the end either. They have actually a lot. So they are trying to maybe take the first set of blows with some of the cheaper line infantry. France does have reserves now, so for a little bit there, things weren't looking too hot for them. This is where the Cav, in my opinion, should be for France. Austria is way more of a target for Cav, a Cav attack. And France doesn't have any reserves here. Austria is going straight this direction. If Austria had some Cav here, they could easily crush this side. These guys can't form square. Some Austrian Cav hitting the side. I would be doing it, but you can see France is shifting over. So if Austria is going to make a move, they need to do it now. They are not going to have a lot of time to react or to really make a push before France gets there. And France realizes it because they're shifting over. Man, look at the kills here. They are taking heavy losses against artillery, and they are falling back as well. We see Cav shifting over here because, like I said before, Austria is a good target for that Cav. Some very beefy reserves pushing up for Austria as well here. So they are going to try to really, really crush the center. We do see the first potentially of the reserves. You see the rest of them back there pushing up here. Carabiniers holding the line, staying strong. They got it. They got to keep it going. Oh, and here are some hussars. Oh, I wonder if they know these guys can't form square. If you ever see, if your Cav's pushing towards enemy troops and they don't form square, but they turn and face you, that means they can't form square. And, yep. But Cav is almost here. And they are going to get themselves out of there immediately, as the Cav is going to counterattack. Oh, Austrian is their general nearby. Oh, a square formed. Oh no, this could be another trap set by Austria with squarables. Oh, and these Trilliers are getting shot in the face as they were standing there trying to reform here, and they broke them. So Austria actually has some morale wavering, but at the same time, man, they are really wearing away. They have lost a couple units, and wow, look at this huge French mass of reinforcements just streaming towards this way. This may be the chance for the UK to make a real play here. They have to know that this center and this right flank is weak. Not the center, I'd say, not the right flank, because there's a lot of French units here. Although France is doing some weird maneuvers here. Very weird maneuvers, to be sure. But here we go. France is now going to use their heavy reloading skills, and they're going to break this Landwehr pretty easily. But Austria's going to form up here, start giving some punishing volleys. This fight has been raging this entire time, guys. It has not stopped. The UK actually seem to be maybe pressuring this side here, trying to wear down the French. Hold on here, a cav charge potentially, or line infantry. No, we have some cavalry, some dragoons, breaking more of the Austrians. Now, Austria has some squares, but here comes France. You can see, oh wow, so many French troops. All of the Polish are here. Austria needs to get themselves as far back as possible to then be able to shoot France way back here with some Chevaliers probably trying to scout. Maybe they could go for a general. There is more Austrian troops and cav. That heavy cross the air and another Austrian general. This artillery really, France needs to get rid of it. This artillery probably should start firing this direction. Force back that enemy. That enemy push. It be bad. Here we go. Austria's gonna get charged again. Do they have a square? I think not. They may have to sacrifice a Austrian unit. Oh, they're gonna volley it. Watch the death here, guys. Watch the death. Or they're gonna bayonet charge it. Youch. That hurt. Imagine if these other units could, they'll break them. They'll break them so fast. Just one volley. Oh. They're just leaving blue all over the ground as they're falling back. Now maybe the stats for the Polish line infantry aren't that good in melee. I'm not sure, I haven't played a lot with Polish, but maybe a bayonet charge would have done well. Maybe. This seems like the best push for France at this point in time. They are going to charge in here. And they are going to catch an Austrian line infantry unit out. They're going to keep falling back, though. France needs to be careful. They could easily start. This is a big mass one Dragoon unit to try to attack. But well done by Austria, getting themselves out of there. They extracted themselves. I mean, they're still trying to reform, so they may have to fall back some more, but they fell back quite well. Is that 5-pounder gone? France lose their other RD piece? No, they still have it. 8-pounder. The UK should have 1 or 2 units over here, I feel like. That would really help Austria out. Just 1 or 2. Just form some squares, get some beautiful volumes, stick them on the flank. We do know now that any Austrian cav, oh, the horse for the UK is here as well. So they are sending troops over, and this is squareables. I guarantee you these units, probably at least 1 or 2 of these are squareable, and they're probably sending them to the flank. Both sides setting up. I think France is definitely going to try to push this side, though. Most definitely. They have their skirmishers in front. They have line infantry. They're going to push up on the back. Ooh, look at that volley. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, what is happening here? Hold that thought. Is France getting pushed back? They are giving ground to the Austrians here. If you can see here, they have taken some losses. Man, they're standing strong, but man, they have taken some losses. I'm surprised the UK haven't tried pushing. Like, really. I'm really surprised they haven't tried pushing here. Still some weird formations for the French. Like I said, I know they're probably just trying to not take a whole lot of damage to the artillery. If only the UK knew what little forces were here, they should push. Maybe not. There's some reserves here. I don't know. I don't know what I really don't know what I would do in this situation if I was a coalition. The French, I don't even truly know. I mean, they seem to be doing the right thing. This is a ruse, though. This center is a bit of a ruse against the coalition. I feel like they're losing on this side. Like, they aren't going to win a shootout, I don't think, against the Austrians. I mean, Austria has taken some losses, but the UK are assisting these Austrian Grens in their volleys, in their push. They may be doing an angled attack, though, against this forward line. This Austrian artillery piece is going to still be a pain in their side unless they deal with it. I don't know if they're going to send cav over to deal with it, but so long as this Austrian line is here, it's going to be a rough one. Yeah, you see the UK have pushed up some of their better units. They may be trying to use them to just disintegrate the French line. It is working so well here. You can see they are just getting shot away. Man, that's 2 volleys already for the French 1 volley. They are firing so fast. The UK are firing so fast. If you look here, they fired once. These guys are reloading. They're gonna fire, but then they're immediately firing like right with their next volley. So they are almost tying them. Like almost firing 2 to their 1. Like, oh man, it's just the French aren't gonna win this fight right here. I don't think this fight right here. And if the UK keep chipping away, which they are doing beautifully, it's not gonna work. The UK are about to probably break this 35th. And Austria has some good shooting here, and oh, the artillery is just leveling this chilly air. This is one of the most brutal fights. And it's lasting a long time, but I feel like as the Imperials, you always have to close the distance and get into melee. But at the same time, is the loadout for the French meant for closing in and getting into melee? Or is it a lot of light infantry that are good for shooting but not good for melee? Hold that thought. Okay, so we had some cavalry go in against the artillery piece. Did they save their artillery in time? That is the question. I think they did. Austria has more cav here. Oh, is the UK advancing potentially on this flank? I think they are. And there is about 30 minutes remaining in this replay, and we may have an Austrian advance here. Wait a second. Wait a second. Is this the drop by a player? This better not be. Oh, I think an Austrian player dropped, because this is not smart. Taking the buildings up. That is a draw. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You know what? I'm just going to keep going, guys. At this point, we can't really... I don't think I could really just do another replay. We've invested too much time here. This is what happens when someone drops. If you guys want to know why I don't play single player or anything else... See, the coalition... I think the coalition was winning. That's my opinion. Coalition was winning. And this Grenadiers could still really, really hurt this French force. I mean, all these Grens pushing forward. Oh, that's so sad. That is so sad. I mean, still, France is still getting just blasted away here. Maybe the Allies could follow this up here and really try to help out this side. You know, with this blob of the AI sending. Oh, look at the French. They are going in. I feel like at this point they're like, it's over. We just got to try to take it. And they are dishing out some real damage here. But yeah, Austria is going to mass rout. I mean, they crashed. I love and hate this game at the same time. For stuff like this, you know, you'll have crashes. Are we gonna have some UK troops? No, they broke too. Don't tell me the UK left. That'd be so unfortunate. And I'm sorry, guys. I know it was a good battle. It was looking to be really good, but oh well. You know, there's only so much you can do. I think if Austria hadn't dropped, I think they may have lost. Now, maybe not. Maybe not. You never can truly know who would have won, who would have lost, but the UK, man, if Austria was standing there just shooting, and they were doing such a beautiful job of it, they were wearing away this French army, but now obviously France is going to just... No, we have skirmishers dealing with this artillery piece. Austria was really wearing them down, and I don't think they were really able to make a push. I think France was standing and shooting way too much here. UK still actually are holding pretty strong in the center here, so it's not necessarily over. Now, of course, there's a whole Austrian army just gone. And France needs to either get rid of this artillery or ignore it. Or, sorry, the UK needs to. Well, that's a good volley by the We just have dragoons following up this mass rout by the Austrians. Artillery is mobilizing, I'm not sure where. Austria trying to fall back, maybe try to hold a side here. Their center basically collapsed. Props to them, they're holding as well as they can. Oh, we do have French troops now charging in with some grenadiers shifting on the flank. The UK need to fall back immediately. They have reserves pushing over. Good. They can get some volleys off and maybe kill this French advance. France needs to start pushing right here. Push right here. Their line's actually, I would say, losing against the French or against the UK. Oh, we have some grenadiers of sorts of the UK. These guys could get a volley off maybe, or a counter charge. Beautiful. All right, let's see what's happening in the tree line. The UK bravely trying to hold here, and wow, are they really giving the French what for here? This grenadier unit's gonna go in here, give them the cold steel. French are trying to get up on the Austrians before they can really form up here and keep dishing out the damage. It looks like, yeah, okay, so we have reserves. The UK shifting up the reserves. The French need to be very, very cautious. If they're gonna go for a charge, if only the UK had a cav right here, they could charge this grenadier unit. They're very tired though. And they're in danger of getting just totally volleyed in the face. Don't let your momentum die now. Oh, see, they're gonna, that's wise. A really wise choice to charge in on this angle here, as the UK basically are trying to volley any enemy in the face. They need to fall back their entire line to here. Fall entirely back, let Cav be here to defend you. Totally fall back to the windmill, I would say. Cut your losses at this point before you lose all your army, because France is going to keep throwing in troops, because this is what they do best, is in melee against the UK. As long as they can, you know, not charge head on. Let's see how, wow. Props to Austria, man, they are stopping this French push almost dead in its tracks. Now we do have French units getting charged here by some Legion, some Polish Legion. Add some cavalry, looks like they were maybe charging in against the French. Unfortunately, Austria kind of has lost any momentum on this side. I mean, they're trying to defend and fall back as they should do.
Sir, must rest a while.
Oh, did the UK stop them? What? The UK stopped that French momentum. I think France had to be way more aggressive on the side, and I don't think they were able to because there was too many UK units just staring them straight in the face. And look at this. France is actually going to lose this forward line here, and all they're going to have is one side right here. Their center looks actually quite weak. The UK could maybe make a comeback. They have a very strong left flank. The right flank, not as much, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what they can do here. If they can bring this back, I am going to be high props to them. Austria is still in a shootout. French have some really good melee units. These Carabiniers, amazing. The 4th Infantry of the line, very good at melee. They have cavalry to back this up. I'm really surprised they haven't tried to close in on melee with the coalition. I mean, Austria's wavering a little bit here. They have some cavalry. They really could throw it in here, maybe make a real break here. They need to get themselves disentangled from the forest. But the UK, you know, even if they lose, they can know they won their side of the fight. They broke the French. French falling back to this big old church town, or what is this, like a town center, town hall. And they're falling completely back here. They have a small contingent of forces in the front. These Austrians maybe will surrender and go back to the right side, you know? Maybe. I mean, look at the death and destruction here. on this field here, especially in the forest. See, this is just bad. UK still has their cavalry. You see Austria has a line.
Our men are running, sir.
Well done to Austria, forming up. We do have a cav charge. Scottish infantry gonna form that square. Bravely put up a front to the French. And then they're gonna fall back here. Oh, they're so close. These guys could bayonet charge and it would stop these guys. You have a boost of morale when you run. I would just charge them in immediately and you can break these, Oh no, they're getting friendly fired here. Now we do have the French cav, some dragoons, Austrian dragoons charging it against the UK. This is a lot of troops that they're trying to take it on. This is probably not going to work too well for them. Over here, UK is going to form up here. Okay, so from what I can see, Austria is gone on the flank. They have a small contingent of forces trying to hold this right side. They have the UK and some Austrians in the center with a UK reinforcement shifting over here. This French army cannot let this UK reinforcement push over to the side because they could help tip the scales back in favor. I mean, France is probably very tired. The unit's been fighting for a very long time. This UK army over here is relatively fresh. They were standing most of the game and then they pushed forward and had a little fight. And now they're pushing back. These guys can't necessarily run really fast and get into, you know, this fight. Oh, man. Yeah, France is still taking a beating. And so is Austria, but Austria is just dishing it out as hard as they're taking it. And they keep falling back just enough to be able to turn around and give a volley point blank in France's face. And you can see France is actually really starting to have some, you know, problems here. Their men are having real morale problems. They've taken heavy losses. UK have taken some losses as well. They need their general. Oh, they're gonna fall back now. I mean, they are going up against some very large odds here. But they are gonna keep fighting, keep up the good fight. Here we go, France is back at it again. They're gonna try to hamper any UK reinforcements from pushing to the other side. And it looks like, yep, the UK are gonna push up here. And France is gonna fall back. They don't actually have to take that engagement, although that punishing volley that the UK can give. UK is redlining a lot here. And Austria has successfully defended this flank. France is totally falling back. And if we look at the French army here, they actually don't look that strong. They have lost quite a lot. Their men are all, for the most part, tired. There's a few fresh units, but for the most part, they are active or tired. And that's not good for a French army, as their magical weapon, or their secret weapon, is to be able to run in and basically crush using, you know, their melee. Now, they are going to outshoot and potentially outshoot the coalition, but that's going to be a very close fight, trying to outshoot Austria and the UK. It could work. They may have more troops than the coalition, but it is going to be a very close fight. And it looks like the coalition still has some cav left. Now, there are a lot of very large units for the French, and I think at this point they are not going to risk a full-on fight in the forest here. They may try to do an LOC victory. And as you can see, they have gone for 1, 2, 3, 4, and potentially 5. Wow. 5 LOCs. They've not taken all of them yet. They don't want to let the probably coalition know about it. But they're gonna, yeah. The coalition will have 1 if they go over here and take this one. That's 2. I know they had someone over here, so 3. They need to take some more if they want to win. They need to take this one, 4, and then maybe one of these over here, 5, in order to win. Versus, like, you know, 1, 2, 5. Yeah. So yeah, the coalition potentially has about 3. And we don't have a lot of time left. Ooh, excuse me. A lot of time left in this battle, and both sides seem to now be doing the scramble for LOC victories. I'm going to fast forward here, and we will see what the different sides are doing. It looks like the UK may actually try to push on this side, go for this LOC. We will see. They're trying to engage this 9-pointer. Austria is actually making an angle for this attack. No, we may have a grenadier here. There is a LOC. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Nothing right there. That's not anything. Okay, let's hold on. Hold that thought. We do have a fight. I will always show a fight. France is gonna make their stand here. They just gotta waste the UK's time. They may win this one too. There's still some cavalry. Like you can see just bullets flying overhead. Like you'll see like little black dots when the French fire that will go overhead.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh, they are getting just totally overwhelmed by the UK. That is a huge loss here. Now, France does have more troops maybe than the Austrians do. Austria seems to be shifting out by themselves. At this point, it may not matter, but the coalition seems to be splitting themselves up just a little bit. I think the French will win by LOC victory, and thank goodness like that player crashing actually didn't hurt that much, but I think the French would have lost. Seeing how well the coalition played even without having a player drop, I think the French may have lost that line fight. 11 minutes remaining. France has artillery there and to keep firing. Let's look at the carnage here. Man. This is just utter carnage. Death and destruction wherever you look. Not the kind of battle you want to see, or maybe, you know, the battle you do want to see in real life. It probably would be an awful thing to see. Empty guns. Rather gorgeous with artillery, with the burning building. Like, I don't know. I feel like this game is so picturesque. That's the word. Artistic. It's just beautiful. Like even that picture right there. Maybe that's a thumbnail. Who knows? Okay, so Austria is gonna keep pushing that side, fighting that side. UK over here gonna keep pushing. We do have some heavy cav to go up against the UK cav, and these guys are winded, but there's probably a lot more of them. And they are taking the LOCs. They're making sure they know. They've taken this one back here. Probably because the Austrians are pushing over to it. We do have 2 heavy cav on both sides fighting. And it looks like the UK are going to lose this fight. There's some infantry helping support this push. Or defense, I should say. They're going to maybe lose those units, though. I mean, oh, we have a general maybe to inspire the UK cavalry to feats of bravery. Now they're going to break. What? They didn't break? Wow. Props. I mean, that just shows what happens when you have a general nearby, I guess. And just how good UK cav can be. Over on this side, the French are actually losing so far. I mean, their units are taking quite a beating. As Austria is going to shift over and take this LOC. Oh, they got in behind. Oh, but Austria is starting to lose this fight. Let's see what France... Are they in advance on this one? Hopefully there is a coalition force defending it. I mean, they lost a lot of men. This horse gonna go and try to go for a kill here. Try to stop the French from being able to get up. Oh, they are breaking a lot of French troops here. They're trying to, looks like France is trying to go for the general here of the UK. But look out, the UK are gonna get a chance to volley.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Oh man, you know, if they kill this general, if they kill this UK general, that could be all it takes. All right, well, that blue horse has what, 2 units yet left? Wow, there's 2 units left, guys. Wow. 1 unit left. Are they all gonna die in this fight? They're all gonna die. That is crazy and sad. The officer's gonna get the kill. Is he gonna get away? Oh, I thought he was gonna get away for a second. This officer is like determined to kill this 1 cav unit. I don't know what's happening here. I wish I knew.
Our men are running, sir.
They must save. Oh wow, the 1 guy got away. He deserves a medal. All right, anyway. We have UK units trying to maybe scurry around here. We see red and blue all over the place. Austria is trying to hold this LOC. They gotta hold it in order to maybe secure some sort of LOC victory. Like I said, we do have another skirmisher here. We have an artillery piece here. That's it. Looks like Austria is going to go in for the house with some grenadiers, so potentially they could take this. What is happening, though? Are they losing? They may lose this LOC. And I would not be surprised if the UK managed to take this one. They are throwing in troops. They have their general nearby. Just don't... UK better not lose their general. They can't lose their general unless it's over. Oh, they're gonna lose their general. They need to get their... Oh, wow. They may have taken this LOC, guys. Or not. The musket bug thing. Oh, bayonet charge. Going in. This is getting pretty desperate for both sides here. As, the UK
We
are
have
gonna...
killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Looks like Austria did get this LOC, though. They just got to hold this one. Okay, let's take a tally here, guys. Austria's taking this one. So, we have... The French have 1, 2, 3... That's 3, 4... 4, but the UK could take it. In fact, the UK look like they are winning. Oh no, the UK are gonna take it. That's 5.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
And then, so the French, the coalition have 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a unit in that LOC, so it's 4. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3. Can they tie this? They could go for a draw here. Now France still holds this. General is still up and around. Ajuro still holding on. If the French have 4 minutes to take this LOC, don't know if that's going to actually happen. And oh, they have to take this one too, guys. Oh no, the coalition could still win this. They're going to try to go for a gen snipe here. Bayonet charging the combat gen, which could cause a mass rout here.
Our men are running, sir.
Uh-oh. France is going to go in here. I mean, oh man. France needs to hold this. This is getting very close, guys. Very close. France could still try to retake this. There's some cav, though, to help defend that. They have to take this. The UK have some artillery and line infantry to hold them off. They just got to hold them for 3 minutes and 54 seconds. The UK need to hold. Austria has to hold. They threw in some dragoons. And they may break these Chevaliers. France has a lot more troops here, but they haven't taken it. They're chipping away at the Austrians, but how fast can they take them away? Oh, and here we go. France is going in for the house. What did they take? Gosh, let me see it. They did take it. And they still hold this. They still hold it. How? I don't know. This is a very good unit. What is it? What unit is this? Sorry, I'm moving the screen a lot. Wow. Okay, the UK are going in, though. I meant to pause it at the last second so we can make sure we have the right stats on who has won this and who hasn't. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some Austrian grenadiers in this LOC. Yeah, it's getting close, guys, and France is gonna go in for the house. There they go. Oh, the flag bearer.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Uh-oh. They took it. Oh, but they took one. Dang. Okay, so things still at odds here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. I don't think the coalition's gonna win this. France has, you know, this one, this one, this one. They have 4, 5. So Austria has to retake this one in order to make it a draw. The Cav is gonna go in here and try to break up the French here. But Austria looks like they're about to totally mass rout on this side, unfortunately. Which means, unless the UK can retake this, which I don't think they will, it is going to be a win by 1 point, which is, you know, it is what it is. 1 point unless someone retakes something, which it doesn't look like is going to happen. But props to the coalition, like I said. They have made it a way closer game than it would otherwise be. I mean, even with the player dropping, they fought well. And they stuck it out to the end, didn't, you know, I mean, I don't know what their chat was like. Maybe they were all freaking out or all upset. I'm sure they did. They were fine because, I mean, they made it. I'm gonna fast forward here. I don't think anyone's gonna take anything. The French are gonna keep what they have, which is 5 LOCs. Coalition will come out with 3, and that will be the game. Let's see the stats here. I want to see the kills because, man, I know it's got to be good. All right, 500, 800, 1,000, 18 versus 12, 11, 6, and 11. Man, Coalition got a lot of kills. They did very well here. Yeah. See, it was 12 pointer, 5, 11, and 7. Man, the UK were such low points. They still did really well. Okay, so yeah, that Austrian unit got the most kills. I mean, such good volleys. They have some grenadiers, they're dragoons. I mean, they didn't get that many kills, but they did what they needed to win. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this fight. I did. It was actually very, very good, very close. If you have any good replays, feel free to send them my way, and I will try to get to them as soon as possible. And that's about it, guys. If you'd like to see more, you're not subscribed to my channel, and you would like to support my channel, subscribing, it's a very simple, just push of a button. You can always unsubscribe if you're, you know, later if you really don't want to, but it means a lot to me for you to subscribe. So trying to help build my subscriber base. Every subscriber counts. So, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.